Everyone, it's Thursday, April 21st. We've watched some weird stuff happening in the market. The markets are wild. Everything's going wild. It's kind of a perfect storm of shit, to be quite honest with everybody. Bitcoin shot up to over 43 and then dropped like a rock as the Fed signaled that they're going to be very hawkish. So did the rest of the market. The market basically threw up all over the place. Stock and bonds fell apart like a champ, and right now Bitcoin's still trading. We're gently above 40,000 at about 40,300. So the hawkishness from the Fed. Every time the Fed talks, they just destroy everything. Jay Powell is like the Grim Reaper for communications. Literally, that guy would be better off never ever talking ever again. We're going to see multiple 50 bip rate hikes. Mortgage rates have gone up over 2% in the last month. So the rates are the party is over, as they say. If you didn't get in to buy a home when interest rates were low, it's going to be very, very difficult when you're looking at 7, 8, 10% interest rates, which are coming for home buying. So it's going to be a lot of cash only deals coming up. Prices for everything are increasing. Things look very bullish for Bitcoin. You've got a bunch of ETFs that are popping up in Australia that are approved. Another futures one was approved here in the United States, which is nonsense. So, they're going to reject the real one, the spot trading ETF, because it's too volatile. But say that futures is fine. I mean, it's insane. Our government is terrible at everything that they do. So most of the issues we're seeing in the economy right now are all they're all self-inflicted. We're going to have shortages of food, wheat, fertilizer. So Russia exports a good portion of our fertilizer, so costs will go significantly up for planting and growing food. All of this stuff is going to put the United States in some pressures we haven't seen. We've all seen energy costs going up. That's going to continue to rise. The emergency oil release, a good portion of that's going to Europe. So it was a big press release that they're releasing from the emergency stash, and a good portion of that is now being sent over to Europe that has an emergency, specifically to Germany, because they decided to go green and import oil from Russia and were warned not to do it. And they did it anyway. Environmentalists are the dumbest people in the world. They really are. They just continue to do things that just don't make sense, thinking that they're doing the right thing. When at the end of the day, if energy prices go up, they're just killing tons and tons of people, which maybe that's the goal. Maybe that's the whole point of the whole thing. But that's not why we're here. We're going to talk a little bit about Elon as well. Elon, is moving forward with his plan to buy Twitter. He's actually tendered an offer. Proof of funds is in. They're moving forward to go and start picking up large amounts of stock shares. And this is where it becomes really interesting. If he can pull this off and start to aggregate all these different stocks. So the Twitter stock jumped up, unlike Netflix stock, which fell 30 some percent in a single day. If he can pull this off, it's not only good for him, but a lot of the groups that are involved, with Twitter currently, BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, Morgan Stanley, they own about 30% of Twitter. But BlackRock and Vanguard are also pretty big owners of Tesla. So you've got, they're majority owners of Tesla. So by Elon pulling this off, he's also helping the Tesla investors. Now, our government has opened up an investigation on Tesla because they don't want free speech, which is pretty telling, which is very odd considering that's kind of the basis of our government. So they're going after Elon, but BlackRock and Vanguard should be very pleased. They'll make a ton of money if Elon buys Tesla, buys Twitter at a premium, and then goes to move it private. They're going to make a ton of money there, and they should do pretty well on on Tesla as well, assuming that the government doesn't continue to come down. I think the government's going to go after Tesla for their self-driving vehicles. So that's going to be interesting. Morgan Stanley came out with a big statement today. It's Captain Obvious to people that are paying attention, but coming from Morgan Stanley and not from a me, it's carries a lot of weight. Where they just came out and said Bitcoin Lightning Network is superior to Visa. Something anybody who knows anything at all about what Lightning is could have told you. So is Solana Pay. Both of them are far superior to Visa. They settle quicker, lower fees, instant settlement, no fraud, none of that sort of stuff in the traditional way where people buy things and then charge back. So a lot of really good stuff coming down the pipe for merchants to protect the merchants from incredible amounts of fraud they've been open and subjected to for a very long time. So to hear a group like them say this publicly, if I'm Visa, I'm a little concerned right now. Visa might be going, wait a second, what are we getting ourselves into? We've got this massive business line, MasterCard, etc., and it's getting ready to be made irrelevant. So you're starting to see MasterCards going pretty heavily into layer two Bitcoin because they have to. They have no choice. If they don't offer something more superior on the merchant side, then they're going to be just iced out and irrelevant. So that's something to keep your eye on, but expect Visa and MasterCard to be diving into crypto, like they're a male swimmer diving into a pool, competing against women. That should happen. So we've got some other things happening. A lot of sanctions. Russia's getting ready to make Bitcoin legal tender. They're starting. They don't want to make the stable coins legal tender. They just want to make Bitcoin legal or cryptocurrencies legal tender. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Luna is now the third largest stable coin, and I love Luna. Those guys are smart as hell. I hope to one day meet them. Um, so things are moving along. It's gonna. I think the big blow to Bitcoin happened today. You never know what tomorrow will bring, but hopefully the market adjusted in the rate hikes that are coming. And at some point, let's get this. Let's get Bitcoin decoupled from the tech stocks because it's really a little for all of us. You see it jump to 43, the market starts to do well, and Jerome Powell comes along like the Grim Reaper and starts talking, and everything falls apart. So we'll let you know how things are going today. I want to keep today short, get this out. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Hope springs eternal, everybody. Be happy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.